Good morning, Invincible Power owners. Darren here on a very wet day in Donald McCain's. Oh my God, I think I brought the Irish weather with me. Donald, we've had a look around with Invincible Power this morning. He seems to be settling in very well. How's he getting on?
Yeah, no, he's good. He's not been in the yard that long. When they come over, we isolate them for a few days and that sort of stuff till we're happy with the bloods and that sort of stuff. But he's in the yard now. He's settled in good. He's just started cantering, as you can see. And we're really pleased with him.
And you were saying that you had the back man in recently with him as well, and explain to owners why that would be an important thing for horses.
It's kind of standard. We have a chiropractor, we have a physio, we have our own on-site farrier and that sort of stuff, and every trainer has a different way of doing things. So when a horse comes from elsewhere, some people might not do that quite as much. I've found in France they don't do that quite as much, so we just square him up and sort him out before we move forward. So he might be a little bit stiff and sore for a couple of days when he's been pulled around and dealt with and stuff, but for the long term it'll do him the world of good.
Great stuff. And then you mentioned the farrier. What about a dentist and stuff like that? Did you need to focus on those things?
Yeah, it's all pretty much, we never publicise it that much, but we do all our own checks when they first come. Just to know that we're comfortable. Like I say, everybody has a different way of doing things, that we're comfortable going forward and happy with everything.
Great stuff. So from an owner's perspective, we're kicking off here in the start of March. What sort of a plan, and I know we can't, the horse has only just arrived, but what would you have in mind anyway for the coming weeks and months maybe?
Well, he's kind of still in the French cycle of fitness, so he's had a bit of a break and he's coming back. So we're kicking on now with a view. He's just started cantering. He's not carrying huge amounts of weight. I don't think it'll take that long to get him ready. But we're kicking on with a view that we'll have a feel at him and get a run into him at the start of the new national hunt season. As long as the ground's still around, safe ground obviously. And then from then on, I think we touch base and decide whether we keep going, depending on how well he runs and whatever, keep going or slot him into the winter system if we feel that he needs that, and have a summer break for next time.
And he's come here kind of with a fairly hefty price tag, Donald. Do you think from what you've seen so far, even from a physical perspective and his temperament, does he look like he may possibly live up to that?
He's a nice horse with a nice pedigree and nice form. The French side of it's a little bit lost on me because I've tended not to be able to afford them or not have the owners to afford them, so I understand that they can cost this sort of money. He's a nice young horse and I'd class him at the moment as a prospect.
Great stuff. Donald, thanks very much.